What's up, YouTube? We're here. The Sons of the Dangle are finally on YouTube. First video ever. It's been a long time coming, a lot of talk, a lot of work. Finally here. This video is basically going to be an introduction to our channel, what we're all about, what you can expect to see, and what we plan on doing moving forward. I'm also going to be doing an unboxing, which is one of the many things you're going to be seeing on this channel. Anywhere from good old Monsterbass to Woo Tungsten to Tackle Warehouse to just about anything you can think of. So those will be a common thing. I love doing unboxings. Huge shout out to Mr. Taras, I think that's how you say your name, aka the Crazy Russian Hacker. Huge inspiration for the unboxings. With that being said, we as a whole, I think, are primarily bass fishermen, hence Monster Bass. I would say we kind of really got into strictly just bass fishing within the last decade. You know, growing up, we fished for anything that would bite. But right now, in the last 10 years, we are strictly largemouth and smallmouth bass. It's mostly, I shouldn't say strictly, mostly what we fish for. I just recently got into muskie fishing, so you'll see some of that. I think I'm on like my 400,000th cast, so I'm not really having too much luck there. I think I got a little work to do on that. I like to carp fish. I've fished for carp a few times. Again, never had any luck, but I'm starting to change up different tactics, starting to try different things. I've actually found some pretty big carp right in this lake behind me right here. Even local rivers we have here, there's some big ones. And most importantly, catfish. Catfish is probably second in hand to bass, at least for me. Especially love night fishing. Night fishing is always fun. We have monster catfish in this area. I recently, or I should say recently, within the last 2 years, caught a 14-pounder out of this lake. So there's some big ones. So that's pretty much what you can expect as a whole. Kind of the shortness of it. But yeah, if you guys want to see something different, we are open to suggestions and we're willing to try just about anything. Me personally, I'm not a big saltwater guy, so you probably won't see too much saltwater. That could change. You know, we're all about the viewers and our subscribers and hearing your voices. With that being said, what are our goals? Our goals are probably everybody else's goals that is doing this right now. Want to get big on YouTube. You know, we want, you know, people to say Sons of the Dangle and people know who we're, you know, who they're talking about. I would like to teach kids. I currently live and work at a YMCA camp where I run the fishing program. Any chance I get, especially like on weekends, we got like father-daughter groups that come in, they go out in the lake and they go fishing. I try my best to give as much advice as possible, find out what they're trying to catch, give them, you know, tips and tricks. Also, one of the big goals, obviously, that you're going to see a lot. Me getting tongue, see? I can't even say tongue twisted. Tongue twisted. It'll be a thing. You know, this whole trying to get the video perfect and starting over because I stumbled over my words is for the birds. Why? Because I won't get anywhere. You'll never see a video because it's going to happen regardless. It might get better over time, but just bear with me. Sponsorships. This is my first one I'm aiming for, if you couldn't tell. They have been the best subscription box I've come across yet. And one of the main reasons for that, in particular, is that they are strictly bass. A lot of their competitors kind of do a little bit of everything, but these guys are strictly bass, so they just put their main focus into giving me the best baits possible. And by doing so, they also go by your region. So if you're in the Northeast, like I am in northern New Jersey, they handpick the baits for that region and for that time of year. So that, to me, puts them in a whole different category. You know, kind of sets them out from the rest. As you can see, I just got a cool shirt from them, representing the front. Do a little spin-a-rooney here with Booker T. Anybody gets that reference? Spin-a-rooney? No? Alright. So yeah, nice logo on the back. Cool. Alright. So yeah, sponsorship. Monster Bass. Another one is a newer company for Woo Tungsten. Those are just bobber stoppers. But I think a fellow son of mine, not actually my son, we'll get to the Sons of the Dangle name, where it came from shortly. But he, I believe, is a pro staff member for them. I just recently started using tungsten. I had never had anything against it. My biggest thing was a lot of the waters I fish are filled with pickerel. Anybody knows what pickerel are? You know what I'm talking about. So I tend to use my tungsten in certain scenarios. We will talk about what's in this box shortly. And I wouldn't say this is, oh wait, no, before I get to that, we're getting there. G-Crack. If you ever heard of that name, you might have heard of the bellows gill. If you check out my Instagram, our Instagram, it's Sons of the Dangle, obviously. This is where I gotta learn how to edit. So if you check out our Instagram, Sons of the Dangle, you'll see that I have a lot of G-Crack products. They are, I wouldn't say they're super new. At least I'm just finding out about them. The bellows gill that they make, it's a soft plastic. They got a 2.8 inch, 3.8 inch, and a 5.8 inch. They are blowing up right now. They're like, the best thing I can compare it to is a Senko. As well as they work, to me, they're just as good, if not better. So that company is somebody that I would like to become a pro staff member with. Their products are phenomenal. They just started getting really big in the States here. Tackle Warehouse, Carolina Fishing Tackle, all of them sold out. As soon as they get them, they're gone. So if that don't tell you something, I don't know what will. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with working on sponsorships. Another one, like I said earlier, not so much a sponsorship, but I kind of want to just give them a shout out. I try my best to support my local businesses, one of them being Not Just Flies here in Blairstown, New Jersey. He is probably the best tackle shop that has come through here in the last decade. I mean, I've lived here for about 21 years, and nothing compares to him. Very knowledgeable, super nice, always willing to help you out as much as he can. He's got the best selection for fishing stuff, hunting gear, you name it. If you're ever in the area, please go check him out. You won't regret it. All right, with that being said, you'll notice again, Sons of the Dangle. It's not son, not one person. There's more than one of us, I promise. Right now, I'm kind of for lack of a better term, the face that runs the place. I run the Instagram page, and right now I'm kind of doing the YouTube thing. But there are more of us. For example, we got Mr. Cody. He's Coyote James on Instagram. If you follow my Instagram, you'll be able to find him, no problem. Along with our good friend Steve. We were like the three originals. We kind of started this idea a few years ago. Obviously, certain people kind of inspired us. Shouldn't be too hard to figure out who I'm talking about. But I got pictures on our Instagram. We were out there with your old school cinder block digital camera, where you caught a fish, you had to take the thing off, you had to turn it on, you had to scroll down the camera, hit the camera, then hit record, then put the hat back on. It wasn't practical, but we were determined. But yeah, me, Steve, and Cody, three amigos, and the whole Sons thing. Yes, there's obviously a little bit of inspiration from Sons of Anarchy, but that's just how we talk to each other. We use that term, like, we don't use dude, we use son. Take it how you will, judge us how you want. To be frank, don't really care. But that's where Sons of the Dangle came from. So there's those two. I got my girlfriend Jess, who you'll probably see with me most of the time. I got her into fishing, which is awesome. Obviously a plus for me. Then we got my good friend Dave and his two sons. You will see fairly often as well. But yeah, you'll see a bunch of people. Obviously I will introduce, that way you get to know these people, because hopefully you'll be seeing them very often, as much as you'll see my face. Because the goal here is, I think at the end of it all, aside from trying to be successful and starting a business and being successful on YouTube, is we want to build an empire. We want to build a franchise. We want to teach and help out as many people as possible and get them into fishing. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to stop flapping my gums. If you all have any questions, please feel free to leave comments, ask whatever you like. I will be more than obliged to answer. Obviously, you know, off the wall questions I'll probably ignore and delete, but anything about our channel, about what we're about, anything, you know, regarding fishing, tips, whatever you might want to know. So with that being said, I hope you all have made it this far into the video. Again, this is the first video. I'm just also kind of dipping my toes into video editing, so this might be kind of raw and uncensored for now. Once I get a little better at it, hopefully it'll be a little more entertaining. But with that being said, we're going to start with our first unboxing. And what better than with Monsterbass? So normally I won't open this first. I will wait and I will, you know, be surprised with everybody as I open it. But the reason I opened this one in particular was because I added this shirt on as an extra. And it's made by Aptco. I think that's how you say it. Super great brand. You know, it's a very light material. It's great for being out in the heat and protecting yourself from the sun. So of course I wanted to open it first, take it out so I can put it on, represent good old Monsterbass. So there's that. Didn't really peek too much at the baits, so how about we do that right now. First things first, their box has got quite a bit on it. It gives you links to their pro staff YouTube channels. Now back to our goals. There's an empty space there. There's room. We got room for one more. And I think Sons of the Dangle would look great there. So there's that. So you need any tips from the pros, you can go look up their YouTube channels. And what really, I mean, in my opinion, sets these guys out, one of the many things that sets these guys out from their competitors is all the information you got here. You know, it tells you, you know, anywhere from spring to winter. Tips on what to use, how to use them, you know, stuff like that. And to me, especially somebody that's just getting into it, you know, not only are you discovering new baits, discovering new techniques and new brands, you got all this information here. So this is super helpful. You got a measuring system here, ruler. What you do is you take a picture with your fish on the ruler, snap a picture, post it on social media, Facebook, Instagram, etc., and you hashtag Monsterbass, let's see, Monday. So I guess, yeah, you want to post it on a Monday. So yeah, that's super great for anybody trying to get into fishing and not really sure, especially bass fishing, obviously. Perfect. You can't get any better. You're not gonna, I mean, you could be, I mean, obviously YouTube is fantastic, and that's why I'm here. But being able to actually see and feel and, you know, really get an understanding for these baits is super helpful. So with that being said, let's get right into it. We got everything you need to crush your PB. And we got Morgan Wilson, who just caught a new PB at 7.8 pounds. Got me beat by about 1.5 pounds. Cool. And in here, a little message. We got a list of everything that is in the box and what it is priced for. So that way you can get an idea of, you know, how much you're actually getting in this box and how much money you're actually saving. We got Travis Manson. He lives and fishes, same part of the good old United States that you do, Northeast. He helped pick the baits in your box. Like I said, hand-picked. If you want to learn how to fish these baits or get how-to videos that'll help you become a better angler, just subscribe to his channels. So that's pretty cool. Again, another goal. My face, our face. And again, I'm going to touch on this real quick. I've actually had a couple people, along with my good friend Dave's son, who has been inspired by me with what I'm doing, and asked for advice, along with a young gentleman named Peyton. Hopefully he's watching this. Who saw me with my GoPro and asked me a similar question. You know, how do you make this work? We got any tips, or how do you do it to make it successful? Which I find very flattering, because in my opinion, I'm not successful yet. But the best advice I can give anybody doing this is don't give up. Don't stop. You know, if you fight for your dreams will fight for you. And that is a quote coming from Mr. Bryan Danielson, which you might hear quite often because I'm a huge wrestling fan. Dresser? No. A huge wrestling fan. And again, judge me how you will. And a lot of it, you know, stuff like that in certain scenarios, if you know who Daniel Bryan is, Bryan Danielson, you'll understand why that's very inspiring and why it inspired me to never give up. Along with John Cena, you know, you can't see him, you can hear him. So yeah, you know, just keep going. You know, think of it as a plant. You got to continuously water it. You got to, you know, it's got to have sunlight. You know, you can't stop. You know, if you give up, you're not going to get anywhere. You know, nothing good ever came easy. So, all right. That being said, another sticker. Awesome stickers. They got the best stickers ever. Obviously perfect for current times. I think this is very similar to the one I got last month. Just a little bit different background. All right. So let's start. We got Z-Man. The Z-Man Sling Blade. Awesome spinnerbait. I think it's probably one of the best spinnerbaits I've used. Unfortunately though, and it's nothing to do with them, I don't know what it is lately. Maybe I'm not alone on this, but years ago, I wouldn't be caught dead without having one of these tied to my one of my rods. And recently, the last couple of years, they have not really produced much. See, first video, and I'm failing here. Yeah, I have not caught much on spinnerbaits lately. I don't know why, but I still continuously tie them on in the hopes that super bite will kick on again with them. All right, next up we got Savage Gear. Love Savage Gear. If you followed my Instagram channel, you'll know that Savage Gear is the brand that caught me my PB at 6.2 pounds, and that was a largemouth. And I'm gonna make it difficult for you because what I was using by Savage Gear is what won me my first bass contest at Not Just Flies. Side quote, side thought. He's having his yearly bass contest as we speak. If you're from the area, stop in. It's a $10 entry. First place prize is a St. Croix Legend Extreme. If you don't know what that is, I suggest you go look it up. But yeah, Savage Gear is the brand that makes the lure that won me the contest last year. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to make you work for it. You actually have to go onto my Instagram, scroll on down, and find the post, and you'll find out. But this guy is a, that's an odd 720 ounce, 720th ounce, 2-inch, lipless. It's called a Fat Vibe. Not super big, a little small. It's kind of like, yep, yellow perch colored. Awesome paint job on that. Again, a little bit smaller profile. Right now we're kind of in that post spawn, so a little bit smaller profile might be the ticket. Did I give you guys a price on the... Alright, Sling Blade went for $8, Savage Gear went for $8.50. Chase baits, we got the Big Wiggle. Now these guys, now, side thought again, when I do my reviews, I'm going to be honest. You know, I'm not going to, I don't want to say sugarcoat things. You know, I'm not going to obviously bash a company or anything like that, but I'm going to be honest with you. You know, that way I feel like you guys benefit, and I also feel like companies... You know, like Monsterbass and the companies that make the baits could benefit from it. You know, I feel like feedback does help. The Wiggle Bomb. I have one of these. I haven't used them or really used it yet. But I think a lot of people get confused that it's like a topwater weedless frog, which it's not. There is a weight in there. It does sink, which I think is beneficial in a lot of scenarios. But again, I haven't really used it, and I feel like the problem with it is that confusion, and I've heard a few people say that they get one fish and the thing's torn up. Now again, that a lot of these things could be user error, or maybe certain things need to be improved on. But as far as chase baits as a brand goes, I've never had any issues. They make great stuff. I caught a 3-pound largemouth on a flip-flop the other day at White Lake. And that guy went for $10.50 to $12. I guess it depends on where you get it from. Next up is Heddon. Love Heddon. I've used their products for years, still do. And this guy is a torpedo. Cool little prop bait. Again, a little bit smaller profile, which is great though. And it's got that little propeller on the back. So I mean, you could give that thing a hard jerk, and it's going to give it a lot of sound, a lot of action, or you could do a very slow retrieve. It's going to have a very subtle action. So there's many different ways you can fish this, so it's perfect. That went for, oh, excuse me, $6. Next up, okay, so this month, listening to Mr. Rick, other thing, I thought again. What I love about Monsterbass is the fact that Rick is so involved with this, like so involved with his fans, his customers. You know, he does live video chats with fans and customers on Instagram, constantly making videos himself. You know, you don't really see that too much. Like the face, again, the face that runs the place is the one, you know, you feel like is doing all he can to make sure that his customers are satisfied and he's putting out the best products. So, with that being said, we had the X Zone takeover. And I love X Zone, great soft plastics. First up, we have the Muscleback Finesse Crawl. And that is in the 309 colors. You kind of got like that pumpkin color with that like blue crawl kind of color on the back there. Those went for $5. Then we got the Adrenaline Bugs, 4-inch. Those are watermelon red flake. Again, awesome color, especially for this area. These are going to be perfect. I just recently bought a setup for punching and flipping. So these are going to be perfect for that. I can't wait to use them. And those went for $5 as well. Then we got the 11-inch Blitz worm in the red bug. Now, I don't know about you, but I like big worms. I cannot lie. Fishing worms. Yep, red bug color. These went for $4. Last but not least, we got a nice little assortment of Daiichi hooks. Gotta love Daiichi. Super sharp, super durable. Can't go wrong. And that went for $3. Alright, that's everything in the box. Now, like I've been telling my buddy Dave and his son, this is worth every penny. Okay, you can't beat it. Because at the end of the day, you're saving money and you're learning. What else more can you ask for? Another cool thing is, kind of got ripped here though. What you do, you fill this out in the bottom here. You write in your PB, right? And then you take a picture of it. Post it on social media, and then you set yourself a goal. So say your PB was 5 pounds. Next one you want to be is 6 pounds. Another awesome thing about this. So yeah, huge shout out to Monsterbass. Definitely you're gonna see a lot more of this. But real quick, I got 2 more things I'd like to talk about, and we'll kind of wrap it up. So this guy right here is called an action hat. A lot of my stuff you'll see on Instagram is done from a chest strap. I don't mind the chest strap. I do like it for most things, but I feel like in a lot of scenarios, I'm kind of blocking the camera, you know? I feel like, especially when I set the hook, I feel like I'm hitting, you know, I hit the camera half the time. So, you know, I'll have my hand on the reel, and that's pretty much your line of sight. I've already missed some awesome shots of some big smallies jumping out of the water because I was too busy, you know, trying to keep pressure on them. So I discovered this hat. They got many different styles. You just screw in your camera right on top there, and inside you got 2 metal plates. There's one up here and there's one down here, and you can basically customize this whatever way you want. You know, you can move this around, you could have the mount on the back if you wanted to, and what's great about it is it's foam, and that was, like, to me the biggest sell point, because this is my first GoPro. It's a GoPro 8, and you know, I'm kind of babying the thing, but it's foam, so if you got a big gust of wind and this thing blows off, you're golden. So that was cool. I want you guys to check them out as well. I feel like, especially if you're trying to do what I'm doing here, it's going to help you out immensely. Next up, like I was talking about before, the Woo Tungsten. Like I said, I just got into flipping and pitching. Just got a new setup. So I ordered their kit that they sell. It's a $27.99 kit. And you get, I'm not sure, I think it's a promotional thing, so I'm not 100% sure how long it's going on. So hopefully by the time you see this video, you'll be able to get there in time. So this was a kit that's specifically for flipping and pitching. So you got your beads right there. You got your stoppers. You got 3/4 ounce, and these are never chip. So you got that black coating, it'll never chip. It'll look brand new. I mean, you might get a ding, possibly, but other than that, it's never gonna chip. They're gonna look new for as long as you could possibly imagine. Compared to, I would imagine, compared to most that don't use that technology. Next up is the 1/2 ounce, and you got the 3/8 ounce. So you get a little bit of everything. You got quite the variety, and for tungsten and being as cheap as it was, worth every penny. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed me flapping my gums here. Like I said, this is our first video. It's gonna be kind of raw, might be a little long. So if you've made it to the end, thank you. Next videos, I would say next one to expect. I'm not really sure. Depends on what kind of comes first. But one in particular that I want you to kind of be on the edge of your seat for is, if you followed me on Instagram, you'll know that I am a top water freak. Love top water. I'm sure most guys who fish for bass, that's probably one of their favorites too. But me, if I could catch fish on nothing but top water all the time, I probably would. But I want to do a video on strictly top water. So I want to go through all the crazy, funky baits that I have. I want to kind of break them all down. I want to show you on water action and hopefully get some great shots of some big old bucket mouths swallowing them. So definitely stay tuned for that one. But like I said, there's just kind of an array of stuff coming your guys' way. We'll be doing competitions, you know, silly things. Like my buddy Dave, he likes using his live bait. He's one of those guys. And I think we're gonna go out on one of these lakes around here. We're gonna have a little competition. You know, who can catch the most fish with artificial or live bait, who can catch the biggest fish, etc., etc. So I think that'll be kind of cool, and I think you guys will enjoy that. And again, we're in northern New Jersey, and I feel like not too many people cover these areas and these bodies of water, especially like in the Warren County, Sussex County areas. So I feel like that would be cool. I feel like you guys would enjoy that. Yeah, so that's it. First video, Sons of the Dangle. Hope you all enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the notification bell button. Whatever buttons that are good down there, hit them all. All right, and stay tuned for more. Hope you guys enjoyed.